There we go. So, I won a medal, as you can see. It's amazing. I'm going to link to this live stream real quick. I'm still here. I have not left. I'm back. So, yeah, I won a medal. What of it? Bet you wish you won a medal, but you didn't. Not today, at least. But I did. It's a second place medal, so it's not, if it was number one, I'd be much more boisterous about it. But it is second place, and I did slap together the scare chair on stream in about an hour from concept to done. So it was pretty much improvised from beginning to end. So I'm happy I won anything at all. And the scare chair that did win first place, it deserved it. It was much more put together than my last minute. I didn't even know this contest existed an hour ago to here I am at the library, the scare chair. And yeah, it was a competition at the local library. So I really genuinely did not expect to win a freaking medal. Whenever I got the call this morning, the lady said on the phone, um, you can come pick up your ribbon whenever you would like for the scare chair competition. So I was expecting to pick up a ribbon. I didn't expect to get a freaking medal on a freaking Halloween themed lanyard. I'm happy about it. I ain't sad, that's for damn sure. So, I've been having a really good week. I also got a job. Maybe I should have led with that, but honestly, I'm more excited about the medal, man. But yeah, I got a job as a school bus driver. So that's cool as well. I will start that. I'll probably start onboarding, for the job next week. And then I have no idea how long that process will take. Hopefully, not too long because I like driving. That's something I loved about being an over the road truck driver. I could just drive for 10 to 11 hours a day and listen to music. I know it's not going to be the same whenever I'm driving a school bus, but it's close enough. I'm still driving. I love to drive. That's not one of those things that annoys me like it does so many other people. I think it's fun. It's probably the most stimulating thing we do on a day to day basis. So I appreciate it for what it is. Driving giant hunks of metal at fast speeds down a concrete road, asphalt road. That's pretty freaking metal if you ask me. Not this kind of metal, but metal. As you can probably also see, I have a speed test opened on my computer. This week has been amazing, guys. You really don't know. Spectrum, what else do I have to say? Spectrum is the best internet provider I've had at my home for since I moved in. And honestly, it took a couple of years for them to even show up in this area. I was doing it through the city, which was pretty decent, if I'm being honest. But Spectrum was a little bit more consistent. Not much. So finally, for the first time in my life, I'm able to get fiber internet. And the world of difference is truly mind boggling. I have been reading and hearing about the promised future of fiber optic internet for what feels like 2 decades now, but I've never had access to it. But today, or more specifically, yesterday, I had it installed. I was just too busy to stream, so we're doing it now. And I'm glad I waited because I also got a freaking medal. So let's celebrate both things at the same time. Look at this, folks. I've heard many tales of these types of internet speeds, but never have I been able to feast upon the data myself. Do you see this? Do you freaking see this? And this isn't even the best part. We haven't gotten to the best part yet. Whoa! Oh my god! Do you see that? Do you see that? Spectrum, I was paying for 500 up and 500 down. And I could sometimes get 500 down, but I would usually hover around 0 and 50 for up. So this is truly, uniquely something I have never experienced. And if you tuned in to any of my attempted Red Dead streams last week, I had to keep abandoning them because Spectrum would just cut out or the upload speed would drop to 0. I was thankfully recording both or all 3 of the sessions, and they're uploaded to my videos tab. But it was getting really bad. Thank God I got access to fiber. Let's do it again. Let's run it again. I can barely see the pointer. There we go. Let's see this thing. That's beautiful, right? That's beautiful, but it's not, it is not the best part. It's going to do something else next. Keep a close eye on it. Yep, it's about to, oh my god! Yeah. I'm sorry to all the people out there that have or have had fiber internet, that this is just like a caveman discovering fire. So, but to me, this is the future I was promised. And I was promised a lot of other things in my future that never came to be, but thankfully this one did. You gotta thank God for those small wins, because otherwise you would just live in a defeated state of being, and that's not good for nobody. Did you see I got a medal? I got a freaking medal. Like a legit medal, like medal. This isn't some Halloween store plastic. It's a actual medal. Yeah. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. You'll get heavy metal poisoning. but you'll know. You'll know it came from the metal Cody had brought. Fiber internet, man. Let's do it again. Whoa! Look at it. That's not even the cool part. The cool part hasn't even happened yet, y'all. We're still waiting on the cool part. Let's cool that time. But this is the cool part. Look at that. It's beautiful. I've never experienced anything like it in my entire life. What's the highlight of my week? Getting the freaking Metal Man or getting fiber internet? It's hard to choose. But it's been a good week. And it's only Thursday. Last week was even better than this week, if you can believe it. But I'm being dead honest. It's like my year doesn't really start getting good until around fall. Up until then, and like this is a pattern I've noticed just across my life. It's like I don't do well in the hot or cold months. I do well in the in between spaces. I'm okay with that, but I wish I could do at least okay in the extreme weather months. Oh well, you know. You play with the cards you are dealt. And today I was dealt the metal card. Yeah. I went to go pick this up before I went to my interview for the school bus drop. Yeah, the school bus driver job. And I was joking with the women up at the library. I told them I'm about to go interview for this job and I'm hoping I can just show them the medal and that'll be the end of it. It's like who else would be more qualified other like who would be more qualified than a man that won a medal? I dare you to answer the question because I bet you can't. I know you can't because I know the answer. And there is no one better than a man with a medal. It's just them's the facts, y'all. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. What else do I want to rant about? Um, 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 I don't know. I knew I wanted to yammer about the metal, and I knew I wanted to yammer about the internet. What's next? What's in my immediate environment that I can ramble on about? Um, I don't know. There's not much. It's kind of just stuff I see every day. Hmm. I'll come up with something. So, what did I do last week that made it better than this week? I went. Ooh, swear I'm not drunk, I'm just really clumsy. But last week, last Friday, I went to a ball. And it was the first ball I've ever gone to. And since it's October, everyone went to the ball in costumes. So I went as Jean Lafitte, the gentleman pirate from New Orleans, who fought in the Battle of 1812 and 1814. And he's really cool. He did a lot of cool history stuff. He's a real man. He really existed, it wasn't a fictional character. And when Andrew Jackson was still a general in the army, he was going to arrest John Lafitte and his gaggle of pirates. I don't know. I don't know how to describe them. The ruffian group of New Orleans. Well, the British, they tried to enlist Jean into their battalion, and they promised him a position in the Royal Army. Probably the Royal Navy, if I had to guess. He was like, okay, cool. So they went away, and then Jean, being the ever brilliant man he was, a man that truly appreciated New Orleans for what it was, said, no, I absolutely will not sell out my city for a bunch of Brits. So he went to Jackson, Andrew Jackson. This was obviously before he was president. He was a general. And he told Jackson all about what the British planned to do. They wanted to take New Orleans. Because back then, and still to this day, the Mississippi is the largest shipping channel for goods in a continental whatever. There's a lot of trade on the Mississippi River. Back then and today, it's a very important shipping line to get goods in and out. So the British wanted it. And Jean was like, no, no, we fought a whole ass war over this shit. You think I'm gonna sell out the city I was born in for a bunch of lily liver fucking Brits? I'm sorry, I'm channeling the pirate energy right now. So he did not do that. He went to Jackson. He fought in the battle for New Orleans in the War of 1812. He won, and he was granted clemency or whatever. Basically, he got a pardon. And it was like, come on, Jean, just stay on your best behavior and you're good, man. Just go legit and you can die a hero. And he tried to up until about 1820, whenever he decided, I can't do that. No, thank you. And then he moved his operation to Galveston, Texas. So that's interesting as well. And then he died. He died in a siege, like onboarding another vessel, doing pirate stuff. So he lived by the Jolly Roger, let's say. He was a true pirate. Even when he was offered the chance to go legit, it just wasn't the pirate life. So it was not for him. You see what I mean? He's a real one. So, and to top it all off, what made him so interesting for the ball is he was a gentleman pirate. He wasn't just known for being a scallywag. He basically everything I've read about him said you wouldn't know he was a pirate unless he told you. He was very gentlemanly. He was very rich. He was a very successful pirate. He had a huge crew that was able to man all the cannons for Andrew Jackson in 1814. That's why he was so vital to winning the War of 1812. So he is a very successful pirate. He had tons of resources, mainly black powder to fire cannons, and he gave all that the support to Jackson to grant him amnesty. And he just couldn't go legit. And him being a very successful pirate did set up a new operation in Galveston, Texas. Unfortunately, it didn't last long. I think maybe 2 years, like 1822, I believe I read, is like the last real accounting of him being alive. And of course, there's always rumors like, oh no, he just sailed off into the sunset and he lived a nice. No, he died. He died on a vessel onboarding, like a vessel siege onboarding. He died like a pirate. Like I said, he was a real one. So, for the ball, I dressed up as Jean Lafitte while he was in his gentleman pirate mode. So I had a pinstripe vest and a pair of pinstripe slacks. I was wearing this shirt, this black shirt underneath it. I should have worn this belt, honestly, but the belt I got on the pinstripe slacks, it really didn't want to go on there, and it damn sure won't want to come out. I'm afraid I'd break some of the belt loops if I tried. So I went with a belt, a brown one with a giant Indian chief, Native American chief, skeleton skull. Like, it's pretty cool. It's wicked. It's awesome. And I had a pocket watch, of course, clipped on to the pants belt buckle, or yeah, belt loop. And I had a suit jacket on, like a blazer, not like a business suit jacket. And there was a costume contest. I didn't get in first place of that either. I can't get first place lately, but that's cool because I got a freaking medal. Yeah. And during the ball, this really beautiful woman kind of ran up to me, and she was wearing a costume, and she asked me, like, who are you again? Like the character. And I told her Jean Lafitte. And she's like, okay, thank you. And ran off. And I looked over to my friend Gavin. Like, I was really hoping that conversation would continue. I was hoping that would be a good jumping off point, you know? And then I thought about it for a second. I was like, oh shit, she just voted for me in the costume contest, because after she ran off, she went in the direction of where you write down who you want to win and put it in the bowl. Like, yeah. So that's why last week was better than this week. I'm just going to be straight with y'all on that one, okay? Hopefully one day I will see her again. Maybe at another ball. Who knows? Life's weird. What else? What else? Hmm, I think that's good. I communicated the main things I wanted to communicate. I won a medal. I have really fast internet now. It's, yeah, really fast internet now. And I had a good time at the ball. I hope everyone else had an equally good week and last week as well. But until then, um, peace out, y'all.